Economic Development for the City of Plainfield. And welcome to another celebration of how Plainfield is growing in a positive direction and becoming even more of a destination. So right now we are in a transit-oriented development district. We are one of less than 35 transit villages that are designated by the state. And we are one of the few cities that actually has 2 train stations. And we just happen to be right on top of that train station. So what that means when we're looking at a transit village or a transit-oriented development is that we have been identified as an active destination where people can live, work, dine, and play. And because of Iron Ore Properties, we have an opportunity where they can potentially do all that right here in this building. So first we want to thank Iron Ore Properties, particularly the Joshes, so Josh Mann, Josh Steinberg, and I'm sure they're gonna introduce a number of their other partners later on. But what we have here is now we have even more housing options, and we're right near Netherwood train station where we have 120 units here. We have the amenities, and you can see in the club decks, you have something to do. You have an opportunity for retail downstairs. You have access to one of our state-of-the-art parks just right across the street. And we have an opportunity to look at some of this amazing construction. So if you get a chance to actually go up and look at some of these units, I had an opportunity with Josh when they were finishing up here, going up to the 5th floor, and the view looking at Sedler Field is amazing. And it did take my breath away, but that not only was because Josh made me walk up to the 5th floor, because the elevator wasn't quite ready yet, but I still forgive him. So, we're still friends, Josh. And with that, we are able to see each other as resources. So just to let you know, Josh, I'm sure you know that the City of Plainfield is always here as a resource for you. I want to identify some of the resources that we have in the audience. So we also have Maximo Vasquez. He's our Economic Development Manager. Jeanette, who's inside being warm right now, our Urban Enterprise Zone Coordinator. And we also have Drew Dorman, which works a lot of our agreements out in economic development. And also a number of our planning professional staff is here today as well. We also like to think, of course, because we're using the microphone, we have a good setup, our communications and IT department that really helps us get the word out. So if you saw this on social media, it's because of the leadership of our Director and Chief of Staff, Jazz Clayton Hunt. Also like to thank, of course, our Department of Public Works, who always make sure that we're set up, and it takes a lot to do that. So we want to give them a round of applause, as well as the leadership of Director Orrin Daddy in the back. All right, with that, I would like to introduce the man with the vision, ushering in over $1 billion of development over the last decade, the Honorable Mayor Adrian O'Mac.
Well, good evening. Is it evening or is it good afternoon? Good afternoon. I can't tell you how incredibly proud I am to be standing here this afternoon, speaking to you and admiring this beautiful facility. I know when my wife and I, when we bought our home where we currently live, as soon as we walked through the door, we didn't have to see any of the rooms. We just knew that that was the home that we wanted to buy. And so as you walk into this place and as we sit here in the courtyard, and as we look at the structure, we know that this is a wonderful, wonderful building. Only last week I gave my State of the City address, and I talked about all of the things that have happened over the course of the last 10 years. The transformation that has occurred under my leadership in partnership with members of the governing body. And everything that we do in this city It is not me, it is not I, but it's we. It's done in partnership with members of the governing body, with my administration, with our investors, our developers, and everyone who comes here to Plainfield to be a part of the experience and what is happening. And I have said repeatedly that people deserve decent, quality housing. And we want to make sure that we give our residents the absolute best. And we can only do that if we have great partners who believe in the vision and who are going to come here and invest their dollars. And so to Ironore and to all of the other developers who are coming to Plainfield and who are literally beating down our doors to come here and invest, I want to say thank you. Because Plainfield has been waiting for too long. And now that we are at this stage, we are going to continue to move our city forward. We want to make this city a place, a destination where people can come, live, work, shop, and play, and enjoy all of the things that we have to offer. And I am sure that the amenities that this building will offer will be so inviting, and people will want to come here and call this home. And we're right next to our train station. Just a stone throw away. You can just literally probably stay in your apartment, listen for the train, run downstairs and hop on the train. That's how easy we have made it. And so right on time. And so reference was made to Silo Field. Right across from here is one of our great recreational facilities with a turf complex that is so state-of-the-art that the people who are going to live here and who will want to participate in sports, we can just walk across the street and enjoy a soccer game or a football game. And so I can't say enough about where we have come, given where we were and where we are headed. And so I want to thank all of the developers, Josh and Dennis and crew, all of you. I want to thank you for the confidence that you have demonstrated in Plainfield. If you take a walk down South Avenue from the border with Vanwood all the way down to City Hall, you will see what is happening on South Avenue. Currently, there are probably about 5 other projects that are under construction. And only 2 weeks ago, I also cut on the Netherlands Flats. And so things are happening here. This city is vibrant. It is teeming with opportunities. And our partners are coming because they want to be a part of what is happening here. And sitting behind me is my lovely wife, who I can't do anything without. And so she's the better half of me. And I know that you'll hear from the council president who will introduce his colleagues. But I want to thank the members of the planning board under the leadership of Ron Scott Bay, who helps navigate. He helps navigate the ships through the waters, and he makes it a smooth process. And with the creation of the TRC, we have made things so easy that people continue to come here. We don't cut corners. We make sure that there's compliance with our zoning codes, and everything that you need to do must be up to par. And so, again, I want to thank you. I want to welcome you here to Plainfield, and I want to encourage you to keep coming back. The developers keep investing in our city. We're going to provide you with all of the support that you need. The members of the planning department, an excellent group of young people that are right there, and they are so eager to get things done and to work very closely in partnership with our developers. So I think I have covered most of it, and again, I want to say thank you, and I look forward to touring some of these apartments, because I know that this is going to be a place that is going to be leased up in no time. That is what happens in all of the developments that we have built so far. They're leased up like that. The interest is so great that people continue to want to come here. And although this is about this development this evening, I just want to take a second to mention the former Muhlenberg campus, where you will have a surgery center where over 5,000 surgeries are going to be performed on an annual basis. And so the people who live here, if they have a need for a surgery, whether it's elective or otherwise, they don't have to go very far. They can go right down Park Avenue to the Muhlenberg campus where there will be a surgery center. And with the issues that people have, not only in Plainfield, but in the state of New Jersey and in the United States with mental health issues, Rutgers Behavioral Health Center will be opening its doors right there at the same former Muhlenberg Hospital. They'll be opening their doors next month. So we are doing it here in Plainfield, and you are a part of the reason why we're doing it. So again, thank you, and may God continue to bless you and bless the city of Plainfield. Thank you.
Now we'll hear remarks from another part of our leadership, Council President Charles McCray.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Everybody awake? Yeah. Oh, you're so comfortable, you're falling asleep already right here. First, I'd like to welcome you and then introduce my colleagues. We have Robert Graham of the First Ward, I'm glad to be standing here because I was one of the members on the planning board from the inception of this project. And it gives me great pleasure to stand here and see something that I had a part of come to completion. It's a great project, and all the people in Plainfield deserves a great project. This building here will stand as a beacon to everyone who wants to come into Plainfield, because you sit right at the border of Plainfield and Fairwood. You can skip over Fairwood and just come right into Plainfield. With all the amenities that are here and the train station, this makes this an ideal place to set down roots. We talked about the athletic field there, but there's also swimming there. So if you want to go and refresh yourself on a hot summer day, just walk across the street and get into a spray park or wade park. Or some of us can go this way so we can wade around the water. But I just want to say thank you to Iron Core Properties for coming to Plainfield and partaking in the vision that Plainfield is a place for the future, a place where you can grow, a place where you can have recreation, eat, and you can live in peace and prosper. So thank you and good luck, and we expect to see more wonderful things.
I just want to point out, when you're inside and the doors closed, you actually can't hear the train. So they can move down inside. So now to celebrate the leadership that has developed this property. INR's property, we will hear one of their partners, Joshua Mann.
Before getting to a lot of other stuff, I want to acknowledge some of our team, a lot of whom is here. First of all, I mentioned Josh Sternberg, one of my partners, Brandon Bofford, my other partner. Really, the work that those two did in terms of detail after detail after detail is a joy to watch. I'm not only proud to call them my partners, I'm even proud to call them my friends, and know the amount of talent that I have supporting an idiot like me in the office every day is really, really, really tremendous. Other partners of ours who are here, Josh Chambers of AMJ Capital. We could not have done this without our joint venture partner here, Josh. Another Josh, which makes three Joshes actually, which is more than enough. Brad Hoffman of Susquehanna Structured Capital here, also our lead investor here. Incredible partner, incredible support for us throughout this process. Really, thank you very much to you, Josh. Thank you very much to you. Really appreciate it. Julie Gralla helped us find this project from, where's Dennis and Tyler? Where we were here before. There he is.
Dennis went inside.
Dennis went inside, but you know what? Tyler will tell you privately that he's really the brains behind the operation. And it's great that you guys came here. They were really the start of this. Sarah and John are designers. Hello, tremendous work. All of the beautiful stuff here. I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't. They did an amazing job. Eric Gordley, Student Development, he built this thing. Our general contractor, I think they deserve a round of applause. Where is John Nastasio? There he is. Sorry, John. John is our architect. Designed this. Did an amazing job. All of the thought and everything. Just the little things like having windows at the end of the hallways, right? I always think of that. A little bit, add natural light everywhere. Little things like that really make a big difference. John, thank you. Really amazing job. If I'm forgetting anybody, just come slap me afterwards. I apologize, but I think I've hit most of our team. One thing that I think the mayor touched on, and I think is worth saying again here in Plainfield, this wasn't necessarily our vision. The city set forth a vision for what they wanted to see here, right? So often developers will come in with ideas. Here in Plainfield, that wasn't necessarily the case. A vision was set here, and the city was very set in its ways, in a good way, right? Of saying, this is what we want to see. And it was our job to implement that vision. So I want to give a special shout out to the mayor, the city council, and all of the members of the economic development team, the planning board members who are here, and everybody who stepped up here over a longer period of time to see buildings like this come from that vision and from that idea into reality. So I think that deserves we're 350,000 housing units short in the New York metropolitan area. That's a real statistic. That's not making it up. So when people say, oh my goodness, there's another 120 units or whatever else it is, we're not even close to meeting the demand of what we need to build in terms of housing in this state and in this region. And if we don't, there's going to continue to be housing shortages, and we're not going to be able to build enough for the people that want to live here. And what we see across our properties, and the statistics show this, the population is up in the state of New Jersey, 5.5%. Regardless of what that ridiculous moving van line survey says, right? The census is actually up. There's a demand to live here in the state of New Jersey, and we have to meet that demand. And it's places like Plainfield that are leading the way to ensure that that demand helps to be met. With that, it's been a heck of a journey doing this. I'm so proud that we're finally here at this point. I'm so proud that our entire team has come together to really be able to do this. And I thank you all for coming, and I think we have a ribbon to cut. Let's cut a ribbon.